I want to play a couple of videos for you because, and I'm going to tie this into what's happening at the border, but this terrorist, Mahmoud Khalil, this guy needs to be deported. You have an activist judge, another activist judge that has stopped Trump from deporting this guy, stopped ICE from deporting this guy. I think Trump needs to defy that order. I think this needs to be taken to the Supreme Court. I am so sick and tired of these judges overreaching, these district court judges, as if they have the authority to dictate what happens in the executive branch of the government. They are not a co-equal branch of government. That is the Supreme Court of the United States. So press the issue. Send his butt back. Send his butt back. Send his wife, send his pregnant wife, send them all back. I don't want his kid born in the United States with a bunch of left-wing radicals that are going to say 14th Amendment, 14th Amendment. No. This guy comes from Beirut. That's where he got his undergraduate, from Beirut. This guy was a radical. This guy was passing out pamphlets on campus directly associated with Hamas on both Columbia and Barnard colleges. Give me a freaking break. Send this fool back. Secretary of State Marco Rubio said this guy is a national security threat. I want to play a couple of videos for you so you know who this terrorist is. Let's play video clip number 7. Por favor. This is Mahmoud in action. Clip number 7. Mr. McConnell, please. This fool has the audacity to come out here and spread Hamas nonsense. He should never be permitted on American soil again. He should never have the privilege of becoming an American. Neither should his wife, neither should his kid. I mean, this is a complete and utter disgrace. I don't even know why we're talking about this. This fool, I didn't even know this. He graduated in December. Apparently, there's some at Columbia University. There's some graduates can continue to live on campus. They're making a bunch of weak, feeble people at Columbia University. You know, you used to go to college, or people used to become critical thinkers, to become leaders in society. Now, what they do is they coddle college kids and apparently terrorists. Now, too, I was watching videos of different professors talking about, free speech, free speech, free speech. No. Intimidation, threatening people, destroying property, and inciting violence against Jews is not free speech. All right? This fool has to go. I wish the Trump administration, I wish ICE, Department of Homeland Security, whoever, Kristi Noem, would defy this federal district judge and send this fool back. And if Amy Coney Barrett and if John Roberts, the liberals on the court, if they want to bring him back, let them pay for him to come back. So sick of this crap. I really am. This guy's got to go. Here's Scott Jennings on CNN. If we could roll clip number 4, por favor, Mr. McConnell.
He's a resident alien. He can be deported under U.S. law for if the Secretary of State has any reasonable ground to believe he would have a potentially serious adverse foreign policy consequence. And you mentioned the student organization. The student organization put out... Let me finish.
But before you move on, because I think that's a really important point, right? That's the statute that they're using.
Yeah.
Have you seen any evidence to suggest that there is actually a serious reason to believe that this student is going to be a threat to national security?
I mean, I've certainly watched the abomination that's gone on at Columbia and Barnard and other places, and I will just tell you,
threat to national security.
And I'll just tell you that
I'm not going to let you move on because this is the
I'll tell you why it's a threat to national security if you let me answer you.
Well, Scott,
do you want me to answer you or not?
Okay.
His organization says we are dedicated, fighting for the total eradication of Western civilization.
Okay.
He's not a citizen. He doesn't need to be here.
You just described him having viewpoints that you disagree with. Again, is that enough to have someone lose their rights in this country?
He has viewpoints that, in my opinion, jeopardize the security of the United States.
But how?
He is obviously a radical who is here to foment.
No, he's not a radical at all.
Violence against the United States government.
He wants to destroy Western civilization.
Against the United States government.
You're saying eradicate Western civilization doesn't make you a radical?
Has he acted in any way that is violence against the United States government, as you just said?
I think these protests and the violence they have fomented and the intimidation and fear against the Jewish kids on these campuses is absolutely an act of insurrection against the United States.
I don't think it's American speech, Scott. That's enough.
Look, look, what they have engaged in is a clear threat to the United States. And if you want the United States to be overrun by radicals the way Europe has, be my guest. But I think the president needs to stand up for the integrity of the United States.
What is the threat?
The threat of our country being, and our college campuses being overrun by radicals who are trying to run Jewish kids off of campuses and anybody else who disagrees. Yes, they are. In UCLA.
No,
in UCLA.
First of all,
they wouldn't even let them go to class.
First of all, they were
Columbia's an abomination.
First of all, there were violent counter-protests at UCLA that were done by Jewish organizations.
No, both sides. Anti-Semitism is a scourge on this country. Do not
absolutely
is that it is not clear that this particular student has engaged in the specific actions that he was talking about. And you've shown me no evidence of that either.
Okay, well, guess what? He is not a citizen. If he were a citizen, I might feel differently. He's a guest in this country.
Okay.
It's my
so
view,
in other
and
words,
it's the Trump administration.
All right, let's cut it there for the sake of time. I just want you to take note. CNN, MSNBC, all of these propaganda networks are not going to change their tune. Thank God for Scott Jennings sitting there and taking this and at least shedding some light on the situation. This guy, Mahmoud Khalil, he passed out flyers that came directly from the quote-unquote Hamas media office, according to the New York Post, including one pamphlet titled, quote, "Our Narrative Operation Al-Aqsa Flood," close quote, which justified the 10/7 attack on Israel. This is insane. You have a left. If you're Jewish and you haven't got it by now, the Democrat Party does not like you. The Democrat Party will not protect you.